Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to talk cutouts. There is such a huge trend for spring for cutouts. It makes sense, cut out a little bit for spring. It's just fun and they're beautiful. Some of them are great and others are just look like you took holes, and I want to show you some because it's amazing the differences, and then we'll talk about the one I did and the one, why I did it and why I like it. So this is just going to be a fun topic. So first off, I want you to see the runway and what they did with cutouts, and you can see there's just cutouts all over the place. So then I decided what I would do is start to look for how expensive they are, how they're done, are they just cut out, how they're finished, all those things. So I want you to look at the next one, and you can see that in some cases they're literally just reshaped and then overlapped. So those are very easy to do. I'm sure you can look at them and say, oh, I could do that. And you cut them, and just remember when you're cutting out to cut smaller than you want exposed, because you still have to turn under a seam allowance. But they're cute. They're just really different. Then the next one I want you to see is Prada, because these Prada, and you can see the prices next to them, literally are just cut out. They are not finished. They are just cut out. And the fabric in some cases is knitted to have holes in it, but I think it's interesting. Then the next one is also Prada. Then the next one is also Prada. And notice when you're doing cutouts, generally to really show the effect of a cutout, you want to do a dark fabric on a light skin or a light fabric on a dark skin, so that clearly you're getting a lot of exposure on that cutout. The next one is also a Prada, so I wanted you to see that. I just think they're just so fun to look at all these differences, because you guys, you can just cut holes wherever you want, and there's a pattern, and some of them, if you copy exactly where they are, and you can see they put the little name on them. I think they put the little name on them just so you don't think it's like an old rag that you just cut out. So I think they're so interesting. But then I started to look at Brunello Cucinelli, and I just love his stuff. It's ridiculously expensive, but there's just really some classy stuff. But this particular one I did not like. I just felt like it was very poorly done. This next one, though, I loved. Okay, I finally thought, okay, I love that one. I love that. Just this one has beautiful, the floral and the Monili, the Monili beads. They're just so pretty. So that was what started to inspire me. So here we brought on for today. This next one is a close-up of this great, beautiful cutout. And then the next picture is the one I have on. So you can kind of see a close-up on it. So I'm going to give you just kind of a few suggestions of what I would suggest you're doing it. First off, I love the asymmetric. I felt like it gave really a focus to where it is and what it's doing and where it's going. And then I love the bling. I figured out what I liked about the Brunello Cucinelli one that I liked was really just the bling that was in there. So I did a few little black sequins with it to kind of trail up to it. We had these great appliques in, and so I decided that the applique really worked well. We'd had these for a while, but I hadn't really figured out what I was going to do with them. But I really liked the applique around the opening. And I used 312, Giorgio's top, because it's a kimono sleeve. And because it's a kimono sleeve, it has a seam up along the top of the sleeve. And that seam, what it does, it'll give you support to the hole. So you want to be careful, because there's some times where I've seen a hole cut in something and I've put it on and the hole sags. So you really want to be careful that the fit and the tension is such that the hole will stay a hole, which is what you want it. You want it to stay an oval. So look for seams and placement of seams to support where you think you want this hole to go. So basically, I just decided where I want it. I had put my bra on so I could see that my bra cleared where I did the hole. I did the hole actually after I made the top. So I made the top. The fabric is the new Dahlia that we just put up. And the cutouts are the new that we just put out too, but we have white too, so it's fun. You can do all kinds of just tone on tone or contrast, like what I did. But I actually made the whole top. I made the Giorgio's top. I put it on, and then I decided where I want it, because what I did is I put it on with my bra on so that I didn't start to do the cutout that would expose my bra strap. So the nice thing about making them is you can cut exactly where you want, how much you want. I only wanted a little bit. I wanted it to be the length of the applique. So once I put the applique on, then I had decided how much I wanted cut out. So they're just fun. I just wanted to show you there's nothing hard about them. And I just wanted to give you the idea how popular they are, and start cutting. Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.